Hi, this is Mandy from Kemp Freehold. Tonight we are having venison cheesesteaks. I made a venison leg a few days ago, and we have so far had just sliced venison with mashed potatoes and gravy. And then the next night I made pietsching, which is a Polish word that means roast. But in his family, when they say it, they mean basically a stroganoff with macaroni and sour cream and meat, etc. And then the next night I made a curry out of it because my son Bear had heard of curry in a song he heard on YouTube and wanted to have that. And that went over really well. But tonight I'm going to take the last of it before we make soup out of it, and I'm going to make cheesesteaks. So I find it easiest you need to freeze it partially so it's easier to cut, and then you trim off any of what they call silverfish, the silver skin rather. You see that? It makes it very hard to eat. So we trim all that off, and I'll make little tiny slivers out of it like this. And then I will fry that up, and I'll show you how I do that, and then put it on rolls with cheese, and that's what we'll have as venison cheesesteaks. So you just put some butter down, and then put your scraps of meat on there, and you kind of stir them around while they're getting hot. When I told you to take off the silver skin, I forgot to tell you to take off the fat. You really need to do this because deer fat is solid at room temperature. It's pretty much like eating wax. I'll tell you a story while we're waiting for this to heat up. When my husband and I were about married for a year, I had made deer ribs for the first time, and I didn't really do any research on them. I thought you could cook them the way you would do a cow. So I just did them in the oven, low and slow. And we had guests over, and I proudly pulled it out of the oven and put it on the table. And they smelled really good, and they tasted really good. But as we're chewing, I noticed that my mouth started to get covered with, it felt like it was coated with wax almost. And I look around the table, and everyone else has this strange expression on their face. They're chewing slowly and thoughtfully, like they want to say something. So finally I break the ice and I say, guys, we can't eat these. They taste like wax. And so everyone kind of were like, these tasted great, and we're really sorry we couldn't eat them, but they tasted like wax. The texture was like wax. So at any rate, come to find out that deer fat is like that, so you don't want to leave that deer fat on there. I think if I hadn't said anything, I think they would have all tried to choke it down. Alright, it looks like it's hot enough now. So next, I will take the cheese and put the cheese on there. I don't want a lot of cheese. So I will put the cheese. And then you take your sub roll and you put it on top. And that traps the heat in to make your cheese melt. Alright, we're going to let that melt. With it, I am serving these cauliflower mashed potato fries that I got from Byler's for $1.99 for a really big bag. Because frankly, you get both your starch and your vegetables in at once, and you can't really beat that. Alright, so when you're done with this, you would use your spatula. I can't even do this one here, but yeah, I can. And then you kind of pinch it with your hands. Pick it up. And you flip it. Well, usually you would use this. And then you use the spatula to get the rest up. At any rate, that's what it looks like. And that's how you make venison cheesesteaks. Very similar to regular cheesesteaks. So please like and subscribe and comment. And we'll see you next time.